Time now for your news at 5 o'clock. Here's Darielle and Morgan.
Breaking news now.
We are following breaking news this morning out of Chesterfield. One person taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries from this house fire on Brixham Drive. Look at the damage back there.
And fire crews were called to the home just before 1 this morning and found heavy fire and smoke coming from the roof. Once in the home, they found a man unconscious. He was taken to the hospital.
Much of the roof is already collapsed in. The fire came through all areas of the roof. At some point, our crews had to go to a defensive operations.
Crews are still on that scene this morning. They say the house is a total loss. The fire marshal will be out there later this morning to determine the cause. We'll continue to update you on the conditions as well of the 2 people that were hurt there. We'll take a look. We are live right now on the Richmond 2015 website. Welcome world. The countdown is on.
Right, and behind that banner it says 19 hours, 58 minutes away, and 30, 29, 28 seconds away. The countdown is on.
Yeah, and the city already clearing the streets for the big race. You got to get those cars off there early so everything can be set up. That means lots of towing going on for people who've parked in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not something you want to discover ahead of the races.
No, and some people not happy about it, but 8 News reporter Evan Armour is live at Broad and 5th. And Evan, that area is already blocked off to traffic.
Yeah, Darielle, not only is it blocked off, it's also set up. Look at how this area here has really just transformed. You're looking right now at the finish line for the race, so this is definitely going to be a very popular place over the next several days. Now, this area and along Main Street are one of the areas in the city where there are significant long-term parking restrictions that are already in effect. Also, another one is along Monument Avenue and Franklin Street from Boulevard to Belvedere. Now, we were in that area when a 3 p.m. on-street parking ban went into effect yesterday afternoon. Dozens of cars there in the path of the race have already been towed. Many drivers ignoring those signs and door hangers that were posted at least a week ago. One tow truck driver told 8 News that the city is telling them to get those cars off the streets as quickly as possible, many of them working around the clock to keep this path clear for the race. So what happens if you do get towed? Well, you'll have to pick up your car from City Impound, and yes, you will be responsible for all of the costs that are associated with that. So you make sure you check WRIC.com because we have everywhere where you can and cannot park posted there. Definitely worth checking out ahead of the race because you don't want to be stuck getting towed like all of those people you've seen in those videos there. Now, right now, we want to head back inside to Katie Dupree because she has a closer look at your traffic today. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning, Evan. Now, we just saw that she was right at the finish line of the race. Now, that stretch of Broad Street has been closed for some time now, and it is going to remain closed actually through about September 30th. But it's a stretch between 3rd and 7th Street. Both directions of Broad are expected to remain closed. But we do have quite a few other construction zones, not necessarily related to UCI, at least not this one quite yet. Paving has I-95 South at Broad Street closed through 6 o'clock this morning, but this is one of those exits that through the weekend and throughout much of UCI that will be closed, that they're doing last-minute paving there, and that will wrap up at 6 o'clock this morning. More ramps closed. I-95 north to Chamberlain Avenue, that's a little bit later into our commute. That one will be closed through 7 o'clock this morning, and then 2 ramps closed, I-95 north to I-295, and then I-295 north to I-95 as well. Those ramps open up at 6 a.m.
Well, with the road closures that Katie just mentioned a moment ago, trash pickup times, they're going to have to change. There's a lot going on in the city. Crews have to pick up your trash in the wee morning hours to avoid road closures. 62,000 Richmond households will be impacted. The good news, the early morning wake-up call will only happen once for each household. But don't get mad if the guys are out there clanking around with your trash can. They're just trying to do their job, folks.
Most definitely. Well, some of your favorite restaurants are hoping to cash in on the UCI bike race. At Olio and the Fan, new menus welcome guests in several languages. Starting Monday, the restaurant will open early at 7 in the morning for breakfast. Capital Ale House downtown is usually known for burgers and beers, but starting this weekend, the restaurant will be serving breakfast during the bike race.
We're going to be serving classic breakfast. We've got waffles, pancakes, and we're going to be even tapping a special local brew from Harrisonburg. It's a blueberry French toast brew.
Wow. That sounds
Breakfast
good.
tasting beer. All right.
I like it. Well, Capital Ale House is opening at 9 every day during the race. Other restaurants extending hours for UCI like Comfort and On the Rocks.
Sounds pretty good. Well, you can now download the UCI Road World Championship app. The app is filled with live videos, interactive maps, schedules, and the official results of the races. You can find it on the Richmond 2015 website. We've actually got a link to it from our website. Just go to WRIC.com. And we are taking 8 News on the move tonight for the opening ceremony for the UCI race from 5 to 6:30. Juan and Christina will be live from Browns Island, taking in all the excitement and showing you what's happening in downtown Richmond as the eyes of the world are upon us.
And new this morning, a woman is recovering after being shot overnight in Richmond. The shooting happened near the intersection of 25th and P Streets around 9:45 last night. Officers are still investigating, so if you know anything, you are asked to call police. Also new this morning, Richmond police need your help to find 2 men who robbed a pizza delivery driver at gunpoint. It happened around midnight as the female driver was making a delivery on White Sands Drive just off Jenk Road. Police say 2 men armed with handguns approached her and demand money. She was not hurt. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
5:06, almost 5:07 now. This morning, a friend of the alleged Charleston church shooter, Dylan Roof, is waking up behind bars in connection to that shooting. It's unclear what charges 21-year-old Joey Meek faces today, but last month, authorities said that they were investigating him for lying and failing to report a crime. Roof allegedly stayed with Meek before the June 17th shootings that left 9 people dead.
Happening today in Chesterfield, the man accused of killing Layla Namarinian will be in court for a pretrial hearing. 3 years after she disappeared, police are charging her ex-boyfriend, Michael Edwards, you see him right there, with first-degree murder. Namarinian's body was never found. That hearing is at 9:30 this morning. And an update this morning on rules surrounding state abortion clinics. The State Board of Health voted 9-6 to give preliminary approval to amendments, which means some of the restrictions on those clinics will be eased up a bit. The most noteworthy revision exempts existing clinics from strict new hospital construction standards and rolls back some standards for new facilities. Supporters say the new standards are needed to protect women. Critics say that the regulations are aimed at putting clinics out of business.
5:08 now. New this morning, Baltimore County Police will soon equip 1,400 officers with body cameras. The first 150 cameras will not be deployed until next summer. The move comes as police agencies across the nation are considering cameras following the deaths of several unarmed black men during encounters with police officers.
More than 20 high school students in Christiansburg are being punished after wearing Confederate flags on their clothing. The school's dress code bans the flag because it's considered offensive. 17 students were given an out-of-school suspension. Other students received in-school suspension. The students protested the decision across the street after they were told to leave.
Just about 5:09 now on your Friday morning. News where you live out of Chesterfield. This is pretty interesting. A group of parents is pushing to bring swimming to county high schools. Swim Chesterfield was created just a couple of months ago. It's already received a wave of support in the county. The goal is to create club teams at each of the county's 11 schools.
Our goal is for every high school in Chesterfield County to have a swim team, and I'd like to see it be VHSL. That's our ultimate goal.
Swim Chesterfield's hosting an informational meeting at each high school for those who are interested in taking part in it. We've got details at WRIC.com. Very cool there. And this is pretty cool too, happening today. Moms and dads, if there's nothing in the cupboard, guess what? Students are able to get a free breakfast from McDonald's today. So from 6 to 9 a.m., all Richmond area McDonald's are doing this. Students from kindergarten through 8th grade can get a free Egg McMuffin, apple slices, and either milk or apple juice. All you need to do is have mom or dad or a guardian, grandma, whoever can do it, to take the kid into a restaurant. Just tell them you want the free breakfast for the student in your life. I think it's a pretty good thing this morning, so try and take advantage of it.
It's great. So when they...
No word yet if you can take an Anchor to get free breakfast today, but we think that should happen.
It absolutely should. And, you know, breakfast is the single and most important meal of the day. Get your day going off right so the kids have a lot of brain energy as they head into school. Good morning, everybody. A beautiful shot this morning from the Virginia War Memorial. Hopefully you get a chance to get out there and enjoy the day. Time now for some high school football forecast. Caroline at Thomas Jefferson. This is a 4 o'clock kickoff, so it's a late afternoon affair. 85 degrees at kickoff, halftime right around 80. 83. We have J.R. Tucker at number 4, Henrico. Kickoff time 7 p.m., 77 degrees. Another kickoff at 7 o'clock, number 9, Atlee at Douglas Freeman, 76 under mainly clear skies. And this is a monster game tonight. LC Bird, number 1 at number 8, Manchester, 75. You want to talk about a rivalry? That's a game that's a major rivalry. Little patchy fog out there this morning. Half-mile visibility in Chesterfield, quarter-mile visibility in Petersburg, 3/4 of a mile in Whitfield. It is a warm morning with 61 here in Richmond, 50s in many areas. Heading into school, here's what we have. 55 to 65 from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. 2 to 4 this afternoon, 83 to 88. Back over to you.
Time now is 5:11 and still ahead on Good Morning Richmond. No one is safe when it comes to the kiss cam, the latest celebrity caught in mid-smooch.
How about that? But first, one girl thought she would have to miss the father-daughter dance when her police officer father was killed in the line of duty, but the force stepped up. The amazing story coming up in just a moment. 5:11, we're back with your Storm Tracker weather first in moments.
8 News Storm Tracker weather first.
Welcome back and happy Friday. It's 5:14. We have clear skies and calm conditions, comfortable temperatures, a bit of fog that we're tracking this morning. Of course, we'll certainly keep an eye on it. In mid-80s is where we're headed this afternoon. Matt will have a closer look at UCI forecasts and what's in the works as we head into the weekend. And we've had a relatively mild summer, but nationally, this summer was the hottest on record. Temperatures from June through August were the highest they've been since record keeping began in 1880. Now, earlier this year, NOAA predicted that 2015 would be the hottest year ever. Morgan?
Happening this weekend, the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation is hosting a celebration for dogs. It's to honor the new mascot named Liberty. Liberty will lead a dog parade on Duke of Gloucester Street on Saturday. Proceeds benefit the Humane Society. More than 600 dogs are already registered. Pretty cool thing.
And you've got to check out this next story. It is so sweet. This young Tennessee girl you see in this lovely light blue dress. Well, she was able to go to the daddy-daughter dance even though her father was killed in the line of duty. Just like everyone else, that's so sweet. 6 police officers stepped in to be her dad as step-in dads. She received roses, a new hairdo, dresses, a ride to the dance in style. Her mother describes the entire evening as just wonderful, and you can tell by the look on her face. Look at that. She is just over the moon. Look at her.
What a fantastic thing. And the police officers doing the conga line or whatever they were doing the dance with her. It's just fantastic. Such a wonderful thing. Those guys stepping up for their fallen comrade.
Yeah, so she didn't have to miss out. So sweet.
We'd like to see stories like that.
We do.
And we know the folks at home like to too. So, Matt.
All right, let's talk about this. This is so exciting because today's Friday, right? Which means we're going to have a live 8 News Kidcaster in the studio. So who will it be? Well, let's find out right now. You may remember this clip from earlier in the week. It's Natalie Matthews.
Hi, my name is Natalie Matthews. Today is cloudy with a chance of rain. The high is 88 degrees, but don't worry, we'll see the sun tomorrow.
All right, very good. She had a good audition tape.
Yep.
She's going to come in here and she's going to give it a shot right here in the studio. You're going to have to do some training just offset, Matt, on the green screen and everything else with her, right?
It's really a lot of fun. So she'll come in about 6 o'clock, and at 6:30 she makes her on-air debut. So we get about a half hour of cram time, right?
Okay.
But we also have good things. We have bagels, we have coffee, we have oranges. Not coffee for her, coffee for her parents.
Coffee for
her.
mom and dad.
Right.
We're not handing out coffee and puppies to kids that come in the door. We just want to let people know that.
Really is great. But we want your child to be an 8 News Kidcaster. So make sure you go to our website, WRIC.com, and click on the Kidcaster banner. Just upload a simple piece of video of them doing the weather like Natalie just did, and maybe your child could be live here on a Friday morning with us.
So is Natalie going to get one of those cool T-shirts?
She is.
Yeah.
And foam finger.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Foam fingers, too.
Yeah, so we get
a big day here
some
in
good
the
stuff to
studio.
give away. Here's what's happening this morning. Take you outside, and again, we are talking about, yes, Road World Championships. Richmond, all eyes on us today. Whoa, I went too fast there. Let's bring things back. Team time trials begin tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., 69 degrees, up to 84 at the lunch hour. And then in the afternoon, it's the individual time trials. Sunshine galore, a few thin clouds, 84 up to 87, or as you see there, 29 to to 31 Celsius, so rather warm. 58 degrees in Ashland, 57 in Lakeside. We're looking at 60 at Regency Square Mall, and as we head south, 55 in Winter Park to 60 at the Pocahontas State Park, 59 to 62 when you look at Colonial Heights and Petersburg. Okay, a couple of things we're looking at. One, an area of clouds and showers off of the coast of Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. The Hurricane Center says maybe about a 20% chance of something developing here, real small chance. The other thing we're looking at is this cold front back across the Great Lakes that's going to swing to our north on Sunday, ushering cooler weather next week. Here we go. Today, no cool weather at all. 65 degrees at 8 o'clock this morning. How about mid-80s during the afternoon? We're going to top out right at 86, and perfect weather for your high school football games tonight. Tomorrow, bright sunshine, a thin cloud or two late in the day, a high of 87. Partly sunny on Sunday, 83. Cooler weather Monday, a little unsettled, clouds and sunshine mixed, a passing shower, 75. And Tuesday, 77, a passing shower. Looking good Wednesday. Let's go over to Katie now.
Well, we have quite a few construction zones, some of them due to UCI preparations, others not. But let's get to the maps here. Again, Broad Street has been closed between 3rd and 7th and is expected to remain closed through September 30th. This is right near the finish line of the races, so obviously a lot of preparations there. Both directions, again, of Broad Street in that area will be closed. Now, this is one of the ramps that will be closed also through the weekend, but they're doing last-minute paving this morning. So I-95 south at Broad Street, that ramp to Broad Street is closed through 6 a.m. After that, it will reopen, but only briefly because this weekend, again, for several hours during both Saturday and Sunday, it will be closed again due to the races. Also, I-95 northbound at Chamberlain Avenue closed this morning a bit later into our commute. That's through 7 o'clock this morning. Stay with us. Good morning, Richmond. We'll be right back. If you missed Met's forecast, we start with your Storm Tracker weather first.
All right, good morning, everybody. You're watching Good Morning Richmond. It's 5:23, 61 degrees outside right now. Beautiful sunshine today with a high of 86. I have your full forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes. Let's get to what's trending now. Here's Katie.
Hey, on this Friday, time to take a look at what's trending. Now, people every day get caught on kiss cams at sporting events, including former presidents. Last night at the Braves game, former President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind were spotted on the kiss cam. Look at that smooch there. They certainly didn't disappoint, giving each other a big kiss for the cheering crowd.
That's good to see.
He planted one on
he did.
Got
Good
the
for
arm
them.
around.
Out and about, because there's been so much talk lately. Excuse me, voice a little gravelly today. So much talk about his cancer battle right now. I'm so glad to see him out and about. It was a speaking event he was seen at earlier this week.
Looks like he's doing well.
Yeah, enjoying a Braves game there. So
Yeah,
cute thing.
Always
Happy to see it today.
People who have been married for a long
I
time
know.
show some
Hold
PDA.
hands,
Yes.
kiss.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
Very good thing. And it's good that the, Secret Service agents that were probably off to the side didn't tackle the camera guy as he came up close to do the whole thing. So I think it was set up.
There was some setup there, right?
Yeah.
Carter's third row, 5th seat in, wife next to him.
Yeah.
Ready, 3, 2, 1, take it. Here's what's happening. Clover Hill at Monacan tonight, 7:30 game. Kickoff time, 75 degrees. Varina at number 2, Hermitage, 76 at kickoff. That game also at 7 p.m. Lee Davis at Glen Allen, 76. Your kickoff time, 7 p.m. And also Mills Godwin at Patrick Henry, 77. So many games on the docket tonight, all being covered by Chip and Mitch and our entire crew on the 8 Sports Blitz. So tune in tonight at 11, 55 to 65 in different. Some of the games, you see the foam fingers? Hey, I want one of those. 83 to 88 for that ride home today. Beautiful day with a high of 86 degrees, sunny and warm. Tomorrow, I'm looking at 87, another warm day here in Central Virginia, so keep that in mind. And then a little bit cooler on Sunday, 83. Cooler yet Monday, maybe a passing shower, 75. Let's go back over to Darielle.
Well, we're in the final hours before the kickoff to the UCI race. Evan Armour is live with what you need to know before you head out this morning. And a man robs 2 businesses in Henrico in broad daylight, and what police are now asking to how you can help them. And Surgeon Bo Bergdahl, he'll be back in court today facing a court-martial for desertion charges. What you need to know this morning, Morgan.
Almost 5:26. Time now for this morning's financial headlines. Here's ABC's Kendis Gibson and Rena Ninen in New York.